All right, about to talk to Darryl Worley. I believe that's him on the phone line. Cat Country 102 studio, good morning.
Is this Ryan?
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's Darryl Worley.
Hey, sir, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the Cracker Barrel restaurant in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, right outside of Nashville.
Fantastic. They have good breakfast there. They have good breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Old-fashioned home cooking. Well, thank you so much for calling up today, and we're looking forward to seeing you on Saturday the 24th at our Tri-State Fair and Rodeo. When you go and play at fairs, do you indulge in the deep-fried goodness out there?
Oh, sometimes, I try to take pretty good care of myself and eat right most of the time so that when I get in a situation like that, I can just throw down for a little while and then, get back on track the next day.
That's a good idea. If you indulge too much, I think your system would just fill up with too much grease. So.
Yeah, it always, if I get too carried away, it tends to reject it a little bit. So you got to be careful.
Fantastic. All right. Well, growing up, you were, I read in your bio that you were very athletic, but you broke your back while playing basketball. Was that in high school?
Yeah, it was just before my senior year started, my senior season. We were actually playing in a scrimmage game against a neighboring county, and basketball is a full contact sport in Tennessee, so I took a pretty nasty fall, and it was a little bit of a scary situation, but it turned out good. So that's all good. And then I got pretty serious about just rehabbing it and making sure that I didn't have issues with my lower back for the rest of my life. And I don't have any problems at all now. It's actually very, very strong, and I still do a lot of the same type of exercises to be sure that stays that way.
Fantastic. Good to hear. Very good to hear. Now, before that happened, were you wanting to be a professional athlete, or were you just like to play ball?
I think we were. My mother was. Well, my mom and dad both were pretty talented athletes. My mom was freakishly talented, and we all picked up some of that. I think my brothers and I. So we played all the different sports that we had at our schools, and I think a couple of us at least were probably very naturally gifted at baseball, but it seems like you don't ever want to play the one that comes easy to you. So Mom used to tell us we should concentrate on whatever we were best at, but we didn't listen. Then, no, I don't know if it would have ever been something that I feel like we could have done on a professional level. I was going to go on to college and play some junior college basketball just because I got a little scholarship help there. And but I wound up going on to the same school with a academic scholarship, so that worked out all right.
Good. And you got a degree in biology and a minor in organic chemistry. Yeah. Two of my I like both of those subjects, but I was horrible at both of those subjects. So
well, that stuff will drive you nuts if you let it. So I can totally understand that. I don't. I say I don't use it. I guess you use biology every day if you're smart. But country music hasn't required a whole lot of biochemistry or whatever. So I don't know if I'll ever need that to fall back on. But if I do, I have it.
You could start a whole new genre of country, I guess. I don't know how you would do that, but
I think they've already done that. I'm still trying to figure out what that is.
Fantastic. Now, and after you got your degree, you actually taught school for a little bit, and you worked in a chemistry business. What made you decide to go full-fledged musician and not scientist or science teacher?
Well, I'd always wanted to pursue the music career, and like you said, I taught school in the school system for a year and worked in the industry for a while. And when I figured out that I might have a chance to do the songwriting thing, I sort of decided I would let all that go for a while and just try it and see how it went. And I didn't have anybody depending on me at the time, so it was just me. So I was able to cut loose and do it, and it worked out all right.
Very cool. Yeah, definitely very cool. Speaking of your songwriting, what is your method? Are you kind of an improv songwriter, or do you have sit-down sessions, or just a little mixture of both?
I just do whatever I need to do. I mean, I co-write a lot nowadays. I don't have a lot of time for writing by myself, but I don't have any particular, way of going about it. I write in the shower or when I'm driving, or you just come up with ideas and you hear melodies in your head or just whatever. I don't. It's a very creative process. I think you just sort of have to be willing to let it flow and see what happens that day. It's always different.
Very cool. Very cool. And you set up the Darryl Worley Foundation. Tell me about that.
Well, we just wanted to do some things locally to help our hometown and the surrounding counties, and we started the Tennessee River Run, which we just finished this past weekend. We do it every year in September, and that was sort of like an annual charity event. We raise money to help folks out in our local area. So for several years, we just used the proceeds from our events to we call them grants. We'd give out grants to people who were struggling, and maybe had someone who's fallen on hard times, or someone who's got health issues with no insurance. And so we just pick out people that we thought could really use the help, and then we kind of got, I guess, sidetracked, if you will. But really, it wound up being our primary focus is to help the cancer victims in our area and all the surrounding areas. So over the years, we've gotten pretty serious about that. We built the Darryl Worley Cancer Treatment Center in my hometown.
Awesome.
And so we're treating patients there now, and we can do it anything from, chemotherapy to radiation, or even alternative types of cancer treatment. So we got a lot of cool stuff going on there, but, it's a full-time job just keeping it open and keeping it staffed and funded. So, the work goes on. And we still do the other stuff, too. We still try to help folks around there that are just having tough times. So
that is very cool of you. Some would just say, I'm a musician, I do that, but you're taking care of your community. That's very cool, sir.
Well, I think I took a lot from that place down there, and I still do. When I go there, I seem to be inspired. I get a lot of my song ideas while I'm at home. So my parents just kind of brought us up to always remember where we come from, and so we try to give back. And it's good work, I think when you do that, it comes back in a lot of different ways, and I know we certainly are helping people, so that's the main thing.
That is awesome. That is very, very cool. Okay, I got a few more questions for you. When you aren't entertaining, what entertains you?
Well, I like to hunt and fish and spend time with my family. I'm pretty simple guy. We don't live any kind of extravagant lifestyle. We just doesn't take a lot to make us happy. If we get to spend time together. And my wife's a very grounded person. She's not a big spender. I mean, she likes to shop just like all other women, but she looks for bargains. And we've got a little 3.5-year-old, and she's the light of our life. She's a joy, and so we spend a lot of time with her, and get home to visit with the folks as much as possible. But like I said, we like getting out on the lake. And that's part of my life. When I grew up there on Pickwick Lake, so we spent some time out there fishing and carrying on. But it's pretty simple. I work all the time.
Okay. So you like to take a break. That is very cool. Rock on. And one more question. This is actually from one of my listeners, from Jessica Rogers, and she asked, "Are you working on anything new, or do you have any new stuff that's currently in the works?"
We have a new project that we finished this past year that never really got technically released because of issues I was having with the record label. Mm-hmm. But we just took control of the project. It's called God and Country. She will be able to buy that CD at the live show, but we are in the process of signing a new deal, and we do have a brand new project that's already finished, and we're we're finishing up a couple of things that are not quite done yet, and we got to get the project mastered. But it's looking like we'll have a single sometime early next year, and then the album project will follow probably in the early part of the summer or something like that. So absolutely, we've got more record label interest right now than I've ever had in my life, and it's just this brand new music. It's generating a lot of excitement, so we're pretty pumped about that too.
Very cool. Good to hear. And again, you're going to be in town Saturday on the 24th on the Budweiser stage at the Tri-State Fair and Rodeo. And again, thanks for coming to our neck of the woods, and thanks for calling in this morning.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. That surely will help out.
Anytime, and you have safe travels, okay?
All right, buddy.
All right. Bye.